As we're in lockdown during COVID-19 quarantine, I'm seeing many videos that could use a little bit of improvement, and I thought I could help out a little bit. So let's go downstairs to the breakfast nook, to a typical place where one might set up. So I thought we'd just go downstairs and see if we can set up a very simple setup. This breakfast nook here, we've got a light over here, and we've got a place to sit over here. So let's just do our podcasting right from here and set it up. So here we are in this breakfast nook, and there's plenty of light coming from this window, and it's coming from the side, which means that we're not getting enough coming around the face. So if we just reflect in a little bit of light, we could use a reflector or a piece of foam core. This one has two sides. It's got a white side and a reflective gold side for a warmer look. The white side works just perfectly fine. We'll prop it in like that. It may not look like much, but reflective board helps a lot in filling in the light. Now we've got the lighting decent. The camera is down at the very bottom of the screen, which means that if I'm gonna have the camera at eye level, I'd have to bring it all the way up. So we'll get a few books. Let's put these underneath the computer, and let's see how that looks from the computer's angle. We really need to get the camera up to a height. So if we can get a camera that will just mount right to the top of the laptop and look more directly at us, it's going to be better. We happen to have one handy. Here's a little Microsoft webcam. I have all the links for these items below, so you can just get what you need in order to get all set up. Just mount it on top like that. Plug it into the USB port. Because it's plug and play, your computer will instantly see it. Now what you'll need to do is on Skype or whatever program you're using, you're going to have to change the camera from the integrated webcam to whatever camera that you plug in. We'll come up here. We'll change this from integrated to Microsoft Lifecam Studio. And now it's on. You can see that right there. So we've got a more decent looking shot looking straight on. Now that we've taken care of that issue, let's deal with sound. As you can hear, it's very reflective. First thing is, general rule of thumb is you just want to mitigate echoes. This room here, this breakfast nook, is typical of most podcasting situations, either a kitchen or a dining room, just a lot of hard surfaces, everything, just reflective anywhere. We need to put dampening material down. This is where your blankets that are sitting in your closet are so handy. I'm going to use a sound blanket, but you could use any packing blanket you want and just soften the sound a bit. It looks like a packing blanket, it feels like a packing blanket, it's made like a packing blanket. The only difference is that it is a sound blanket because it's black and white, which is a neutral color. If you use a packing blanket, which works just fine, you'll have a bluish tinge maybe on your subject, which can be an issue or not, just depending on the situation. Already, you should be able to sense a difference in that. As a general rule of thumb, if you do nothing else from this video, get your camera height up so it's about eye level, and put some dampening material around so as not to have as much echoes and that just are very distracting. Now we're going to take it one step further. If we have a dedicated microphone, it would either clip onto your shirt or sits on a stand. Either way, that you have a microphone that's about 6 inches from your face, it is going to improve your sound dramatically. So we're going to do the clip-on microphone first, which we call a lavalier microphone. This right here is a little lavalier microphone, okay? Right there. And it's got a little clip on it, all right? And what we want to do is clip this to our shirt like that. So it's about 6 inches away. It's kind of looking up at the mouth. Just remember that sound is much more important than video. You can have sound and no video and you can still communicate your message. If you have video and no sound, the Microsoft Webcam doesn't have a built-in microphone, so we need to go with an external microphone. So consider, if you're going to buy the Microsoft Webcam, to buy also a separate USB microphone. There are a couple USB lavalier microphones. Saramonic makes a very reasonably priced one that's clipped on. You can plug it right in. And then again, you'll need to just change the setup on your Skype so that it grabs which microphone you're going to use. I don't have a USB microphone, but what I have is a Focusrite Scarlett. It takes a traditional XLR microphone plug and turns it into a USB integrated unit on the other end. So you can plug in any traditional microphone and it comes out as a computer microphone. So we're going to use my Sony lavalier microphone. Plug it in. Okay, with the Scarlett now we're getting a good sound. That should be better. Now, the type of microphone that I prefer to use is one that would stand on a stand. I happen to use, again, not a USB microphone. I have links for a couple below. One's a Rode and one's a Blue. Both are very good. But this is a Shure. It's a dynamic microphone, so it doesn't need any external power, but it does need the XLR plug. With my handy Focusrite Scarlett, I plug in the Shure microphone. Again, you need to check your audio input. In my case, I'm using a Scarlett Solo as my input device for my Shure Beta 58A. And then I'll be using the dedicated webcam up here. And you're going to get a beautiful setup. So to sum up, what we did was we got the lighting even with a reflector in back. We got the camera up at eye level so that it doesn't look like this looking up. It looks straight on. We dampened the sound with a sound blanket so that we don't get as much heavy reflection, so it doesn't sound like you're in a cave. And then we used an external microphone. There are plenty on the market. They're all good. Anything is better than the built-in microphone in your computer. Enjoy.